Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Trojans will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Offense set on first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Here comes the option. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. They'll give it to him again. At the 40, there he goes. He's off to the races. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, no! And they break the seal on the scoring. You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing is another thing. Great start for the offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He'll start this drive firing. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Feeling some heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Tackled after picking up the first down. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Going to the ground. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He'll pull it down and run. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Here's the handoff. Pulled down for the tackle.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They'll go to the air. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
That's a good run to give them some breathing room. Pick up a 3 out to the 5.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Pulls his way forward. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Robinson. He'll work his way down to the 28.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
The play action fake. They're trying to get to him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Trojans have this offense rolling. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Gets it out quickly. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, USC. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Throws to the wideout. And that ball is picked off.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Wants to throw on second down. Using the quick game. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback. Wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and he got his big paws in the air.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. So the big blitz on third and almost unmanageable now leaves him in fourth and pretty much impossible.
Perfect job by the defense, being aggressive, taking advantage of a known passing situation, catching the offense a little bit off guard. Maybe they thought they were going to play a little bit more conservative, but the blitz gets home, and they get the quarterback for the sack.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. On the ground, it's Lucas. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. defenders and picked off. Taking it the other way. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here.
A nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Lane. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time. He's going to throw deep right side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida State.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know that.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He's going to pass. Trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And he's got it inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Trojan. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Pass interference. They ain't even call it, bro.
It was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Hit as he throws. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This offensive coordinator has got to find a way to slow down this defensive end in the 4-3 scheme. You might want to start thinking about double-teaming him with a tight end, maybe using a running back on some chips to try to give your quarterback more time.
It's complete to the right. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Got his man on the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging.
Lofts one high indeed. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They'll run play action. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Lets it fly. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Caught, close to the marker, it's Lucas. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't...
Fires toward the end zone. Pass on the way in, it's picked off. Focused by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, USC.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off the play fake on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
One more snap coming before halftime. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Coming out, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Jackson gonna throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Makes the catch. It's Lane. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Defense in press coverage. Firing to the right, complete. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to run it left here. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Now the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense.
You got a punt, bro.
To have to hold on to it for just a split second longer.
Come on now.
Able to get the sack.
This offense has failed on its previous 2 4th down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. Unloads it left. Makes the grab, and he's got the 1st.
Come on, bro.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Power football with the run. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
He's throwing down. Brings up second down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That's now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Trojans.
Seagulls have to run Perez to stop Perez from winning the contract. He's got a ladder. She has as well. Stephanie Cotton with Roxy and Perez. That's just like top of the line. Oh, Stephanie.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
He's going to try to climb the ladder.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Winning the match. One great climb. You change your entire life. Let's look at it for a second time. You heard from here.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out.
Roxanne and Stephanie on the other side of the ladder. There's something. They just communicated to each other.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the misfire now on second down.
Yeah, Roxanne able to hit the corner of Pop Rocks. And he's down to
Jackson will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a short tackle.
There are bodies
Nice job by the
everywhere.
defense. They're tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Touchdown, USC. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Pandas. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks. But guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
His resumes in this match.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Jackson gonna throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Picked off. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still out. And they'll close.
Alexa Rita trying to get down the line.
For a good return on the interception.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. On the move, he fires. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gains, some layups, some screens. They need some yaks, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Well, just like extended individual tickets for SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium.
First down here for the offense. They'll run it to the right side. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the option. Now the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating
Again, if you can't be here in person, no better spot to watch than at
unencumbered and get to the football.
Unbelievable, that setup. Feels like you're there.
Back to throw, it's Glenn. It's complete on the right side. At the 45 on his way.
Well, there's one man that's smiling from the Snapchat throw a lot.
He gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He fires to the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
2nd and 10.
The announcement back at WrestleMania that WWE has acquired AAA. Tonight was the big event, the first big event, and it was on the WWE channel.
He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has
in a
gotten
tag
home to
team
him
match.
multiple
Ray
times
Sun
in this game. So
dominated.
here you are. You're
also there,
trailing in the
hanging out
game.
at ringside.
Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Back to the air one more time. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Fires to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. He'll take a shot. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Southern Cal. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UAB is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 28 over ULM. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on this here.
Y'all gonna be going in and out the house.
This defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made
The
a
fly
big
swat,
play. They
kill
got
it.
all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chain.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
He showed it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't.
Touchdown, Trojans! And the stomping has commenced.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 95, set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He'll take another shot here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Looking left. Got his man. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Glenn. Finds his big tight end. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
He'll just keep slinging it. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting, the consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And
he unleashes a long one. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Trojans! And the beatdown has ensued. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know.
Oh, it's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dan, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Florida State, 28.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Line gets set, first down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. The give to the tailback. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's good enough for a first down.
After this, it'll be a wrap. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the